Hello everybody, and welcome to the second video of our 3-part Dragon Age comic book overview series. Previously, we talked about the first series of comics, The Silent Grove, and today we will be discussing Those Who Speak. If you missed the previous video, don't worry, there's a link on screen and in the description of this video. It goes without saying that there will be spoilers here, and that I won't cover every single detail in the comics, therefore I do suggest picking them up, since they are extremely cheap and completely awesome. You can find a link to the digital versions of the comics in the description below this video. Picking up where the story left off, the group has traveled to Tevinter, which is a land known for its powerful magisters, and they have traveled there in order to find Aurelian Titus. Once they arrive, they attend a massive social party to meet with a woman named May, whom Varric is well acquainted with. We are also introduced to a new man named Lord Devon. Now, Devon knows Isabella, but they both keep it a secret from the rest of the group. And shortly after meeting with May, Titus shows up to the party. Alistair boldly confronts him publicly and demands to know what happened to King Merrick. It is then that Titus begins to cast a spell, but Alistair, who we know is an awesome Templar, interrupts him and a massive fight breaks out. During this, one of Titus's men tries to get away and bumps into Lord Devon while escaping. Isabella catches the man, knocks him out, and then quickly surprises Devon, stabbing and killing him, although we're really unaware of the reason. Isabella tells the group that it was Titus's man who killed Devon, before they take him back to the ship for an interrogation, during which Varric tricks him into revealing a potential location for his master. The group then sets sail to the island of Saren, and we learn that Isabella's crew is really uneasy about going there due to the Qunari inhabitants. Shortly thereafter, 2 Qunari dreadnoughts show up, and they're too fast for Isabella's ship to outrun. The ships engage in combat, and the Qunari take the crew as prisoners. 3 weeks pass while in Qunari captivity, and we see Isabella being interrogated during that time by a Qunari priestess known as Tamasaran, also known as Those Who Speak. She brings a magical fiery orb with her into the cell as a threat to turn Isabella into a mindless zombie. The priestess, while persistent, is only asking a simple question: what is your name? But she wants Isabella's real name, and it seems like, yet again, Isabella's poor decision to steal the Qunari tome in Dragon Age 2 is catching up with her again. Meanwhile, Varric and Alistair are not necessarily being held as prisoners, and they actually have quite a nice room that they're staying in. But we learn that there is a new Arishok, and he wishes to speak to the two of them. To Alistair's surprise, the new Arishok is actually Sten, one of the companions that you get in Dragon Age Origins. However, he is no longer known as Sten, since it is just a rank and role among the Qunari people, and is now known as the Arishok. It's through him that we learn that Titus wants to gain more power through the Old Gods, but the Arishok is uncertain of what Titus's plans are for Alistair. We then switch back over to the interrogation with Isabella as the priestess asks what happened to Isabella'S mother. Isabella reveals that her mother joined the Qun when Isabella was young, living in Rivian. After Isabella refused to join with her mother sold her to an Antivan merchant, who we learn is Lord Devon. That was the last time that Isabella actually saw her mother, and the priestess reveals that she is most likely still serving the Qun. Isabella then gives details on her past. She joins the pirate fleet and began transporting slaves around. Only one day the Orlesian navy found them and began to pursue her ship. Unfortunately, because of all the slaves below the deck, they were unable to get away, and they had to make the tough decision to dump all of the slaves into the ocean, which then allowed them to escape. From there, she swore to never traffic slaves again. However, someone tricked her into doing it one more time, and she freed all of them, but she owed so much money that she was forced to take the job of stealing the Qunari tome from Dragon Age 2. It's clear that Isabella still feels guilty for all the lives lost, and doesn't think she can ever redeem herself. After Isabella calls the Qunari butchers, the priestess gets fed up with her and tries to push her towards the orb, but Isabella manages to overpower her and escape the cell. Because of all the commotion outside, Varric is able to put the pieces together and realizes that something has probably happened with Isabella. Just then, Isabella comes down through the chimney of their room, and she picks the lock, allowing them to escape. Isabella then goes to find her crew, and it doesn't take her very long. She manages to free them right before being confronted by the priestess. At the same time, during Alistair and Varric's escape, they're confronted by the Arishok. After having a difficult fight, both Alistair and Isabella have their pursuers at their mercy. Isabella tells the priestess that her name is Naish, and both Isabella and Alistair then release the priestess and Arishok. Alistair and the Arishok then agree that it would be best if they go after Titus together. With that, Isabella then gets her boat back and they set sail to confront Titus, this time with 2 Qunari dreadnoughts in tow. This is where Those Who Speak ends, but we will pick up with the epic conclusion in the next video where we will discuss all that happens in the next comic until we sleep. But with that, we shall see you guys next time.